Doc, put that gun away. I want to take Mayor Randall and Mr. Clark alive, remember?
Well, if they're in the Alhambra, you can bet they're going to have their bodyguards with them.
Well, just wing them if they go for the guns.
Wyatt, if you think you're going to take the man, the biggest real estate thief in Tombstone without any shooting, you've been drinking the wrong stuff. Now, you take the devil's advice. Just once, huh?
All right, Doc.
Well, there's a picture of a, shall I say, scantily clad woman on the wall behind the bar. And as soon as you make your dramatic announcement that you're going to take Randall and Clark, I'd buy a shotgun here to blast away at the lady. Such a sacrilege will stun every man in the room.
Do you think Mr. Gibbs could bring himself to shoot?
Well, a real lady? Course not. One that ain't decent? You bet I'll shoot.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still a little worried.
Don't you worry about a thing. Spicer issued the warrants, that I know. But I doubt that Earp will have enough nerve to serve him.
I'm not in here anyway.
Mayor Randall, Mr. Clark, I have warrants for your arrest. All right, gentlemen. Let's go see the judge. Come on. Mr. Gibbs, you handle those boys.
Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Wyatt had only an honest judge and a good newspaper, the Epitaph, and the Citizen Safety Committee backing him in Tombstone. They were steadily outmaneuvered by a gang of political boodlers known as the 10% Ring in Tucson. But Wyatt refused to believe the weight of the odds against him. You can't fight City Hall, as any politician will tell you, but Wyatt was going to fight if it cost him his life.
The court will hold you both for trial. Mr. Clark is common thief and swindler. Witnesses have testified that you sold them vacant lots that had already been sold to other buyers. The official complaint will be land fraud. Order! Order in this court! Mayor Randall, you will stand trial for malfeasance in office. Testimony has shown that you were in of all of his deals.
Your Honor, I ask that these men be admitted to bail.
They may be. $10,000 for Mr. Clark.
Monster!
It'll be $15,000 for you, sir. Order! Order!
You stay here, Finn. I'll do the talking.
Now, Papa, you cool down first.
I traveled 90 miles to get to Tucson to speak my piece, and them political varmints going to hear something. You put your hat on. You're growed up now.
Yes, Papa.
We're losing hold of Tombstone right now. Earp's got himself a newspaper run by John Clum. He's elected a dude judge named Wells Spicer. Now, what are we paying you 10% for? To get rousted around? What's more, them miners have got some kind of committee. They can turn out 100 guns.
Mr.
And I
Clanton,
can't...
please.
How's that, Daniel?
There's going to be a whole new deal in a few weeks.
What new deal?
Did you ever hear of Cochise County?
No.
Well, your part of Pima County is going to be a new division. It's to be called Cochise County, and conditions will be different.
How different?
New sheriff, different judge.
You'll get rid of Earp?
In time, yes.
Time.
Well, it has to be done legal-like. You want to send soldiers in with martial law? Now, we're sending a mighty smooth fellow in to survey the whole situation for us.
Well, now, what's wrong with me? I know the situation now.
Yes, you're wonderful, Mr. Clanton, just wonderful, but, You aren't smooth.
Oh. No, I certainly ain't. I see your point.
Yeah, we thought you would.
Well, who is this new fella?
Well, you'll find out in time. You'll just have to put up with these annoyances for a while longer.
How much longer, Daniel?
Oh, a few weeks. Now, you go on back to Tombstone and have a quiet laugh at those law and order fellas. We're going to have law and order to suit ourselves. And you? You'll be the boss of Cochise County.
Well, now, that's the kind of talk I like. Here's your cut for this month, close on to 5,000.
That's the kind of talk we like.
I want you to unload the luggage, then stable the horses, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me the hotel is that full.
No, Mr. B, and that's the hospital.
In a tent?
It's the best Miss Cashman can do.
Shocking. I'll have to see what I can do.
If you could, it'd sure be welcome, Mr. Bean.
This is our hospital. Mine accident at the Lucky Cuss. Shaft caved in.
Can't the mine owners do something about a real hospital?
I talked about it, but that's all.
I'm assistant to Governor Fremont. I might be able to do something about a decent hospital.
Mr. Bean, let's discuss this further at dinner, shall we? Be my guest, won't you?
I'd be delighted.
Fine, shall we say 6:30?
6:30.
See you then. Take it easy, Jim.
May we?
I'd smoke them myself if it didn't cause talk.
Dr. Goodfellow, sir.
Thank you very much.
As I was saying, I think I can get Washington to match whatever funds we raise. Allow me, sir.
Thank you.
Now, who should be on the committee for the new hospital?
Well, Wyatt Earp, for one.
Oh, yes, he's the famous marshal from Dodge City.
And Mr. Gerd to help with the miners. Mr. Klum, he's editor of the Tombstone Epitaph.
Good, good. How much money will we need?
$15,000 if we squeeze every penny.
Well, then we should set the goal for 20,000.
Excellent.
Well, I doubt that we can pry Tombstone loose from even 15.
Come in. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Oh, Miss Nellie, I'm terribly sorry to have missed your big feast.
That's all right, Wyatt. Come in. Mr. Earp, I'd like you to meet Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is the assistant to Governor Fremont.
Howdy.
This is a real pleasure, Marshal. I've heard of your work in Wichita and Dodge City.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Come sit down, Wyatt. I've got something to tell you.
Good evening, Doctor.
Hello, Wyatt.
Wyatt, the most wonderful thing has happened.
Oh?
We are going to have a new hospital.
That is, we think we are.
Well, that is good news, but...
Mr. Bean's going to help us raise the money. We're going to try for 20,000. Now, I think we can do it. Don't you think so?
Well, maybe if I stay out of it.
Here's to your good health, Wyatt.
Well, let's drink to the hospital first, shall
Yes, the new hospital.
To the hospital.
Please, Marshal, not with water.
He usually drinks milk.
Well, there's nothing wrong with water. Well, here's to the hospital.
The hospital?
And to Mr. Bean for wanting to help us.
Thank you.
Papa? Finn, did you have a nice trip?
Sis, wait till you hear the news
You
of Papa.
hush up, Finn. Now, you unload the buckboard and stable them horses. Well, now, what's that for?
I'm just glad to see you back safe and sound.
Now, wait till you see what I got. Right here, I got a present for you.
What is it?
Well, open it and see. I gotta get this sand out of my ears.
Oh, it's beautiful, Papa. It's just what I wanted.
Cost me $100. Go find me a drink, baby.
All right.
We're celebrating, Emma. You reckon you can keep a secret?
Uh-huh.
Well, the boys in Tucson give me more than I asked for. They're gonna whack a whole new county out of Pima.
A new county here?
Yeah. It'll take in Tombstone and maybe 10,000 square miles. The only thing I don't like about it's the name. Cochise. I don't like nothing about that name.
Now, who's going to boss this new county?
They're sending in a real smooth fella to work with me. Of course, we'll elect some scallywags to hold office, but your papa, he'll be the boss. Tried to get him to name it Clanton County. You know what they said? It'll make folks jealous. Well, go on, put your watch on and see what it looks like.
It'll go real good with this dress. See, Papa? They'll really notice this in town, huh?
Now, daughter, you stay out of town. Things are really going to be popping there. Spicer and Clum and Earp, that crowd, their days are numbered, sis.
Now, just how do you plan to do that?
Well, elections first, maybe. But I aim to take care of Earp myself.
You mean bushwhacking?
I ain't decided.
Not while he wears a star, Papa.
He won't be wearing no star. Promise the boys in Tucson to take it slow and easy. Yes, sir. When you're the boss of a whole county, you have to do things legal, sis. I figure to wait until we get that badge off of him, and then we'll make it look good and legal.
He'll still be a U.S. Marshal.
U.S. Marshal? Hey, I plumb forgot about that. Well, maybe we'll still have to bushwhack him, sis.
Papa. Here come Finn and Ike. You get some rest, Papa. The food will be on soon.
Good morning, Marshal.
Good morning.
You had a big day yesterday.
Yes, sir, I sure did. What makes you so happy?
This. Read it.
Well, it's from Governor Fremont himself, huh? He promises half the money to build the hospital.
We'll get all of it. Miss Nellie is talking to the mine owners right now.
You sure did a good job, Mr. Bean. Say, do you mind if I start calling you by your first name?
It'd be an honor, Wyatt.
You know, we sure need a honest political operator in Tombstone. You ought to come through here more often.
Thank you, Wyatt. I might be around for quite a while.
No? How's that?
It's a long story.
Come on in.
Going to divide Pima County. Tombstone will be the new county seat for Cochise. And you can be the sheriff if you want the job.
Well, I don't know that much about politics. How'd you find out about this?
The Tucson people had to clear it with Governor Fremont. I was at his elbow. How about the sheriff's job?
They'd never elect me, Johnny. I'm an outsider.
I could get you a temporary appointment. That would give you an opportunity to make a record with the voters. The trouble with you, Wyatt, you just don't think politically.
You mean I arrest the wrong people?
No. But the way you handled the mayor, for instance, they tell me you humiliated him.
Well, maybe.
Not that I hold with grafting. But a man in public office shouldn't make any more enemies than is necessary.
Well, how would you have handled it?
Simple. I would have picked them up separately and at night.
Oh, I'd still have to bring him to trial, Johnny.
But of course. And then...
Marshal! Marshal! All right, don't gabble. Help me get him down.
He did.
Yeah, they jumped us 9 miles out of Tombstone. But I recognize them. They raised their masts to get some air. Are you Wyatt Earp?
Yeah.
Well, just go out to the Charleston Roadhouse and look for Pony Deal.
Clanton men?
You better take a big posse. I better see Doc Goodfellow.
Come on, we'll find him. Well, this is going to be a bad one, Doc.
What's so bad about the Benson stage being held up? Happens every other week.
You know a man by the name of Pony Deal?
Yep.
Well, he and 3 other men did it. Killed the guard.
It's only natural for second-rate Clanton punks.
You know the Charleston Roadhouse?
I gamble there.
Well, that stage was carrying mail. It's a federal charge. I want to try and take Pony Deal and the other men without a fight.
Back in Dodge, we took him any way we could.
Wyatt's been chumming up with Johnny Bean.
What's that got to do with it?
You like him? I don't.
He's kind of a slicker, ain't he?
Bean had nothing to do with that stage. The point is that I don't want any
The point
bloodshed.
is, Wyatt, that this country is injuring your brain. They won't fight. Pony Deal wouldn't hold himself up in the Charleston unless he wanted you to come and arrest him. They're setting you up for a bushwhack.
Well, I still have to go after her. Come on, Mr. Gibbs. Shotgun, you wait till we get set, then you lead the horses away.
Hey, Pony Deal. A man is stealing your horses.
A horse thief. Come on.
Hey, you!
Hold it right there. Take your hand away from the gun. Move out here. All right. Come up here. Get on your horses.
Move along, boys.
Try and talk some sense into his thick head, Doc. He won't get 10 miles in Clanton country.
You ought to be hanged, Pony.
What for?
Just because I gamble with you don't signify. A thief with any decorum would have hid out in the brush for a few days.
Come on.
Old man Clanton knows these parts a lot better than you do, Johnny Law.
Dr. Holliday is guiding us.
You don't know these mountains like he knows cards.
So get on your horse.
All right, all right. I'm only trying to save Doc. He's into me for about $90.
Doc, you'll save money this trip.
You know.
Man said they'd be by this way. Give them a little more time.
Hold him, Doc. Mr. Gibbs, order the prisoners and the horses. I want to do a little scouting.
Did you see anything back there?
Yeah, some fresh horse tracks. We may run into some trouble at the Narrows.
Yeah, that'd be a good place for it. What are you figuring on doing?
I swear Clanton doesn't know this trail, Wyatt.
I think we're underestimating them. Let's put some gags on those boys.
Bend down here. Put your head down.
He's got a mighty bad in the neck. Mighty close to the carotid artery.
Did you stop the bleeding?
I don't think so. We better get him back to Tombstone.
No, that's a bunch of darn foolishness. Let me up.
All right, let's clear out of here. We'll leave the prisoners here.
No, I ain't a-going. Yes, you are. Come on.
Not too much of this now. You lost a lot of blood, Mr. Gibbs, but you're still alive.
Well, there wasn't no reason for you to let them prisoners go.
There wasn't, huh? I suppose I just could have put a tourniquet around your neck.
White, I've been shot a dozen times and I ain't dead yet. You don't know what this is going to cost you. You ain't never going to be able to explain why you let them killers go.
Well, I can explain it to myself. Now, you get something straight. I wouldn't trade your ornery hide for all the hoodlums in Arizona territory.
Thank you, boy.
No, don't thank me. No, sir, if I'd have lost you, Roscoe would have kicked me all the way out of town. Star or no star.
Where's your prisoners?
Planting out Foxby. He had an ambush planted on the least likely trail to Benson.
You had to let the prisoners go?
That's right. Shotgun was hit bad. He's over in the hospital now.
Wyatt, you can't afford this politically.
I know that. You'll just have to get yourself another sheriff.
No. Blame it on Doc Holliday. Tell them he steered you wrong.
I wouldn't do that if I was elected governor. You be the politician.
Where does that leave you?
I'll catch up with the Clinton boys one of these days. What's the matter? You aim to play along with Clinton?
He has the power in these parts, Wyatt.
Yeah, for now he has. But I have friends in guns, too. You be careful how you pick your side. This is for blood.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame and and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The murder of Nate Strathern, a relative and a U.S. Marshal, brought to Wyatt Earp a personal challenge. Later on in his career, men nearer and dearer to Wyatt were to be killed or wounded. But not since the slaying of his friend, Mr. Brother, had Wyatt been so emotionally involved. It did not make for clear thinking. Family will blame me. Letting Cousin Nate go alone into that hoodlum camp. I know that Circle Diamond outfit. They never drive here. Enough killers in that outfit that any honest peace officer would fill his jail with them.
Take it easy, Wyatt.
Easy.
I read that telegram, too. All it said is that the man who done it left Mobeedy riding a horse with a Circle Diamond brand.
Well, you didn't read this one? Eck Thomas. He's a marshal in Oklahoma Territory. I trust him as much as I do Tillman or Masterson. Read it.
Well, all he says is that the Circle Diamond is a-driving in the Mobeedy neighborhood.
Well, that's enough for me.
To do what?
I aim to hire on to the Circle Diamond outfit.
It's a saddle train. The man who got Cousin Nate belongs to the Circle Diamond outfit, and I intend to get him.
You ain't using your head now, Wyatt.
Oh, you got a better idea?
Any idea'd be an improvement on that of yours. Let me try this job.
Why?
Well, to commence with, nobody'd spot me. And to end with, I've been a cowhand.
Well, I can do anything a member of the Circle Diamond outfit can do. Thank you just the same, Mr. Gibbs.
Well, let me go with you then.
No, sir. You and that shotgun, I gotta stay here and keep the lid on.
All right, but take an hour to think this over, will you? I've drove with them Texas outfits. If somebody don't recognize you the first day, they'll work you to death in a week.
1 hour. Take me that long to get my gear together.
You're in charge here, partner. I'm heading for North Texas. Going back to heaven, Mr. Gibbs.
When they're on a drive, they don't even take time to bury a cowhand.
Oh, what's going on here? A couple of them blasted Circle Diamond riders. They don't want us crossing in front of their cattle drive. They started bushwhacking us. Who are you, mister?
Just a cowhand looking for work.
The Circle Diamond will be short a couple of waddies real soon.
Well, you boys ain't gonna get very far with that wagon shooting at a lot of men from a big outfit. You better just cool off and let me have a little talk with him.
Stranger wants to powwow. Hold your fire.
You a Johnny Law?
Oh, just visiting from Alabama.
Well, they started at Bama. We asked them polite-like to take the Red River Trail.
Them freighters has always got something sticking out of the side of their wagon that'll spook a herd.
Well, four of them, two of you. Appears like you, lost your temper. Hey, what's wrong with the Red River Trail?
It's flooded out 10 miles north.
Oh. You fellas know that?
Don't reckon we did.
You better ride back and tell your boss about it. Hey, the fair is still running at the bend. Crossed on at sunup.
Yeah. I guess it'd be smart to point for the bend. You any objection to that?
No, sir. We're scouting the herd. That's our job.
No harm done. Thanks, fella.
So long.
Pull up, Emma. You looking for work?
Well, come to think of it, my grub is running mighty low.
Wonder if Cork will hire him on. Why don't you ride back with us and find out?
Yeah, that might be a good idea at that. I'll get my horse.
We'll get ours.
Well, how about that kid?
Now the blasted river's flooded on us. What a drive. Herd spread out for 20 miles. The front rider just now tells me about the river, and them tail-end Charlies lost out in the brush. I'm gonna get tough, Sam. Nobody sleeps till that herd closes up. They eat in the saddle. They're gonna act like drivers, or I'm gonna bust a couple of jaws. Now, you tell them that, Sam.
Yes, sir, Mr. Conkle.
Cookie, make up 100 trail rations and don't take all day.
Not a chance. I need help.
Hey, you. Ain't you the fellow Ring and Saunders brought in?
Yes, sir. I could sure use a job.
Well, you got one. Go help Cookie.
Well, Mr. Corkle, I'm a cowhand. I never figured that
You help Cookie. We'll find out later if you're a cowhand.
Come on, you tramp. Get these sandwiches wrapped up. We ain't got all day. Hurry up.
You're so good at, mister, you wrap 'em.
You give me any more sass and I'll stick a knife in your ribs.
You've been raw at me for a couple hours now. Usually when a fella threatens to knife me, I'll slap him around a little bit.
Oh, you do, huh?
No more yapping at me.
Hey, what are you doing to Cookie? What's going on?
Take your hands off me, mister.
I'll fix him.
Let's put that knife down. Cookie threatened to cut you?
He tried it.
Well, you ought to know you got to be patient with cooks.
Not when they threaten me with a knife, mister.
Well, then you can get out of this outfit. Or you can ride tail-end Charlie.
I told you, Mr. Corkle, I'm a cowhand.
No tail-end Charlie for you, huh?
I didn't say that, Mr. Corkle. I'll make a hand for you wherever you want me.
What's your name?
Jimmy Jones, nickname Bama.
Fine, Bama. I need anything to ride a horse. You mosey south to the tail end of the herd, report to Jumbo. You find him and Red and Turk there in the dust somewhere.
Yes, sir.
40 a month in grub. As long as you last.
I'll last.
Might as well tell you that Jumbo and them others are about the meanest bunch of scum you'll find on the trail.
Most tail-end Charlies are pretty mean, ain't they?
Not like these boys, no. The only reason I keep them eating dirt is because that none of my flankers or lead men will work with them. You any good with a gun?
Fairly good.
Take care of yourself.
The miner dies for gold, the nester dies for land, but what have we got to die for on the trail? The biggest fool of all is an old cowhand, turned to dust on the dusty trail.
You named Jumbo?
No, it ain't. You'll find him back yonder.
Your name Jumbo?
Yeah?
Corporal said I should report to you.
You reported?
My name's Jones, nicknamed Bama.
That there's a sticker. You got a slicer in your saddlebag?
Recollect I have.
Get it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Looks like a throwing knife.
Yeah, it could be. Yours is a lot better for slicing beef, I'll tell you that. Hand me that bread there, will you? "5 days old and moldy." That's the way Tim Corkle treats us, though.
Yeah, he acted kind of like he didn't like you.
Oh, he thinks he's a poker player. Me and Turk and Red, we cleaned out the last big game. We'll eat later. Yeah, and Buffalo Waller's just full of mavericks. You know, Bama, you ain't sweaty enough or dirty enough. We'll fix that.
You know, I bet Corkle did send us some grub.
How you mean, Red?
Well, it's just mighty odd, this Greener. He rides in here straight from camp, and he ain't even got a pound of coffee with him.
Yeah, that's right.
Meaning you think I stole it?
Turk,
Take a look in his saddlebags. Hold it. You go take a look, mister. If that's the way you want it. Now you can go get it.
Turn him loose.
Go ahead. You hadn't ought to be wearing a gun, Turk.
Blast him, Red!
You move and I'll crease your skull real deep.
That's enough, Bama. Now you can whip them with fists and guns. They both know it. Now you sit down somewhere and cool off. We got a long night ahead of us.
I ain't a greener, Jumbo. I ain't a thief either.
Apologize to Bama. Both of you.
Sorry.
You.
Yeah, sorry. All right.
It's enough time for grub. Let's move out. I guess you got most of them back to the herd. Better go back and join Red and Turk, huh?
Right.
Ah! I'm hit! Get him! It's just my shoulder. That was Corkle. Get after him.
You're bleeding too bad. Lie back down there.
Oh.
Let me get a tourniquet on this. I'll get you over in the shade. Here, drink some of it. U.S. Marshal cousin of mine was killed in Mobile with a knife like this. You know anything about it?
Ain't my knife. I won in a poker game. Some fella went broke and threw it in instead of a $2 ante.
You didn't see who?
No, it could have been anybody. Could have been Turk. Or it could have been Corkle.
Why Corkle?
You're Johnny Law, ain't you?
Yeah.
It figures. Yeah, Corkle knew that Red and Turk wouldn't say anything, so he took a shot at me.
Corkle does a little mail and stagecoach robbing on the side?
I told you he's a rotten poker player. And every once in a while he comes up with a new bankroll. I'm going after Corkle.
No.
Huh?
I want to show down with the others first.
Oh, you're wasting your time, Marshal Earp.
How'd you know my name?
I saw you in Wichita, year before last.
Corkle knew who I am?
Well, yeah, he's there in Wichita with me.
Why didn't he just bushwhack me and get it over with?
Oh, he figures he can get you some other time. He wants to scare off Red and Turk. That's why he took a shot at me.
Truth?
What else? I could have shot you in the back a dozen times.
Why didn't you?
I don't like Corkle.
All right. Now, when we meet up with Red and Turk, you let me do the talking here.
You want to do all the fighting, too?
No, you got a good arm. You got a 45.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Where you been? The herd's gained 2 miles on us.
Somebody took a shot at Jumbo.
You see the skunk?
No.
Well, if it's rustlers, we better close up on the herd.
Yeah, then we'll have the flank riders to help us. This ain't no place to be making a fight.
Well, it's as good as any. Now, you climb down off your horses and watch your hands.
Who is this Bama?
Go on, get off your horses. Stand right up there, General. Turn around. All right, I want some answers, and I want them quick. Jumbo says he won this knife in a poker game. You ever see it before?
No.
I get it. You're a Johnny Law.
Can you throw a knife?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Keep him covered. Now, I want you to back off. And I want you to throw this sticker at me. Because I'm going to be starting this one your way, mister.
No, wait. You can throw a knife.
I never thrown at nobody.
You're a liar, Turk.
All right, Red, let's start with you. What about Corkle and mail robberies?
You ask Corkle.
Yeah, we're wasting time. They ain't gonna talk.
All right, Turk. Turn around. Put your hands behind you. Back up here. Throw me that rope, Jumbo.
Yeah.
There. And the two of you start walking in any direction. I don't think Corkle will let you get too far.
We ain't scared.
Corkle knows us.
Yeah, and he knew Jumbo, but he took a shot at him. Now you start walking and thinking.
Bama, you figure Corkle's gonna raise the debate?
Well, if you don't, maybe they'll decide to talk. We'll ride off in the brush and keep them in sight. You let me have the reins. You got enough to do with one arm.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Lassiter! Lassiter! Cookie, where's Lassiter?
He's over by the river.
Well, where's Sam, then?
He's under the table, sleeping.
Hey, Sam! Come on, wake up! Get out of there!
Just napping a second, boss.
Take 3 men and go out and relieve them tail-end Charlies. Tell Jumbo and the others to report back here on the double.
Well, they're doing all right back there, Mr. Corkle.
I got a better job for them. They're gonna lead across the river.
Well, not today. Old Red's full from bank to bank. Nobody can cross that river and live.
They can and will. Go on, get going.
Yes, sir.
See if you can get these ropes loose.
Listen, that Johnny Law's just trying to break our nerve. Corkle wouldn't try bushwhacking us so close to the other boys.
He tried it on Jumbo.
Well, we ain't Jumbo.
I don't know, Red. That Moby killing was stupid. Look, we're easy marks out there. Let's stay down here in the draw.
You help yourself. I'm following the herd.
It ain't gonna work. Corkle's too smart.
How close is the herd?
About a half-mile ahead. There's a few stragglers right over there.
Let's close up.
Corkle and 3 others.
I guess it is Corkle. They're moving around slow and hunting.
Well, you can stay here and get yourself shot, not even buried. I'm gonna give myself up.
No, wait. Don't be a fool. Wait!
Johnny Lodge! Johnny Lodge, Jumbo! I'll talk! Johnny Lodge, Jumbo! I'll talk!
All right. You hold him here. I'll go see if that is Corkle.
Well, watch yourself.
Where's the rest of you, Bama?
Red and Turk are in the draw yonder there. Hunting for dogies. Jumbo's over there somewhere. What's up?
Corkle wants you back in camp. But if I was you, Bama, I'd just head south and keep on riding.
Why?
Corkle aims to send you across the river. It's 12 feet deep and 500 yards wide.
Oh, I reckon we can make it. I'll go round up the others.
Well, it ain't our day to drown. Come on, let's move 'em. Yeah.
Where's Jumbo?
He lit out.
Where?
That way, towards camp. Was that Corkle?
No, it's just our relief. Corkle wants us back in camp.
Why, you yellow-bellied skunk, I told you so.
Corkle still loves us. We're gonna drive the herd across the Red River.
No bushwhacking. Just a nice drowning. We made a deal when we told you about Mobili. That still hold?
Right.
Well, then let's move.
Lift 'em, Earp. I figured you might balk at the river crossing. Well, you're gonna cross the big river, along with Jumbo.
I went back to camp to try to kill him, but he made it easy for me. Grandma, how are you going to square me for shooting Corkle?
Well, he murdered my cousin, tried to murder me. Officially, you came to the assistance of a peace officer.
Oh, now, do you have to say I helped a Johnny Law? I'd never lived down a thing like that.
Well, all right. Just hang instead.
Well, disgrace and all, I'd rather live.
Well, thank you, Jumbo. Just saved the state of Kansas $50. Price of hanging and burial.
Yeah, it's good, tough thinking. You know, it's a shame you went straight. You'd have made the orneriest hoodlum that ever lived.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's move.
What has he got to live for on the trail?
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp's little brother Morgan was a charming, devil-may-care young buckaroo. When he came under the influence of Dr. John H. Holliday, Wyatt had a problem. Although Wyatt and Doc were friends, Marshal Earp knew Doc for what he was, an embittered adventurer with a strange code. If a youngster like Morgan Earp started hero-worshipping Doc Holliday, he was mighty apt to pay for it with his life.
Get your hands up, all of you. You, get that box down from the booth. Don't try it. I don't like shooting by accident.
Smiley.
What'd you say?
Nothing. You hearing things?
Shut up. Climb aboard, all of you. Come on, get moving.
Hey, whoa! Let me out of here, will you?
What's the idea, Morg? Your brother be waiting for you at the depot. I'll see Wyatt in a few minutes. I got an urgent message for Doc Holliday here at the Long Branch.
The tray is out. Burn the queen and pay the jack.
Hi, Doc.
Well, just a moment, Morg. Hey, you know, sir. Frankie, now you take over the table.
Right.
Well, Morg.
How's the deacon?
He's just fine. Haven't you seen Wyatt?
I had to see you first. Back room?
Here.
His mask fell down. Who should I see but Smiley Dunlap?
Smiley? Well, that really surprises me.
Cross my heart. The poor clown got himself suckered into a Wells Fargo holdup.
Well, he must have been forced into it.
Point is, Big Brother Wyatt takes a Wells Fargo robbery awfully serious.
He's a Johnny Law by profession, Morg.
He's bound to ask me about the holdup.
Well, now, you just forget you saw Smiley, huh?
Well?
Look, Morg, I like Dunlap, and so do you. He's funnier than Josh Billings and Mark Twain and all the others. Did you ever hear him tell a story about how he cured a giraffe of his sore throat? Now, this is a very funny man, and he's well worth saving.
All right, I won't tell Wyatt. But what do we do about Smiley?
Well, it's simple. We go find him.
Might be a long ride, Doc.
True.
Well, hello, Morgan.
Well, Big Brother. Howdy.
Good to see you. Of course, I'm kind of sorry to see you in such bad company.
Huh?
Morgan, he knows that I am a scoundrel. Your little brother bought the bottle, Wyatt, but he has not touched one solitary drop.
Well, he's of age, Doctor. I'm working on that Wells Fargo heist.
Yeah, I was on my way to you until I remembered I owed Doc $10.
Huh. Morg, I will see you later. Hmm?
Yeah. Come on, Wyatt. I'm going to give you the best description of a robbery you've ever heard. I was fixing to be a hero. Shoot it out. So the boss of the gang reminded me there was ladies present.
Well, I'm glad you acted sensible.
Thanks.
You, recognize any of the gang?
Now, like I said before, they all wore masks.
Well, it's just routine, Morgan, but... Well, sometimes you may recognize a voice, you know?
No, not this time, Wyatt.
Well, I'm sure glad you didn't draw a gun. Mom and Dad would have blamed me.
For what happened 30 miles down the road? Come on, Wyatt.
Oh, they still think of you as my little brother.
Ah, little brother.
Now, don't go blaming me. Told you last time I wouldn't treat you big brothers.
Go on in there. Go on. Here they are, Doc. Millen and Griggs. They should know who pulled that job.
Well, thank you, Frankie. You can lock the door. Behind you. Well, now, who wants to talk?
It wasn't our crowd. We've been camped outside of town the last 2 weeks.
Where is Smiley Dunlap?
Smiley?
He ain't rode with us for months, Doc. Last we heard, he fell in love with some rancher's daughter.
That is a lie. Smiley has a better sense of humor than to fall in love. Now, I want honest information. I'll give you exactly 2 hours to get it.
We'll try, Doc. We'll sure do our darndest.
You'd better. Frankie! Yes? You can let him out.
Let's go, boys.
The cigar smells like one of Doc's.
It is.
I'm getting a little worried about Doc. He's fighting again with Miss Kate.
Why not? She's always yapping at him.
Brother, Miss Kate is a long-suffering wife. Not one woman in 1,000 would have stuck with Doc.
Makes a good living for her, doesn't he?
Money isn't everything to a woman. Don't you ever forget it, Morgan.
All right, big brother. Get to the point.
Look, I'm not trying to lecture you, Morgan. I'm just trying to warn you. You know these men?
Doug Millens and Steve Griggs. You might ask Doc Holliday about him.
He was just talking to Doc in the Long Branch.
Thanks.
Dirty murderer. Anybody here see who did this?
5 or 6 men on horses, Doc. They rode on out of town.
Well, marshal up. Why aren't you on horseback galloping after them?
You got any idea why they were killed?
That is your business. Morgan, I want to talk to you. My suite at the Dodge House.
Wait a minute. What's my brother got to do with this?
Not one thing. I merely want to talk to him. You have any objections?
Yeah, I don't want him messing around in your affairs.
Any law against me talking to Doc? Stop playing big brother.
Morgan is almost as good a man as you are, and right now I believe I prefer his company. Morg?
Brother, if you got yourself into something, you can get yourself out of it.
Just hold your temper, Morg. We can't have Wyatt messing around. Well, door is unlocked. Wait till I make sure Katie isn't here. You know, she is Wyatt's stool pigeon. Katie? Morgan, somehow we have to keep him out of this.
What's it all about?
Griggs and Willen were going to get me some information on the Wells Fargo job.
Smiley must be in real trouble.
Yes, he is. Do you want to help?
Of course, Doc.
All right. First thing, we got to sneak out of town. We can hire some horses from old man Diedrich. At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut.
Shouldn't we tell Wyatt?
Son, where we're going, the very name of Wyatt Earp would start a gunfight. Besides, Wyatt doesn't owe Smiley anything. So why should he risk his name?
You're right. Let's go.
I don't think I'm being big brotherish about Morgue. 2 men killed just for talking to Doc. I can't have Morgue associating with Doc until I know the story. You think I'm being unreasonable?
Not to me and you. You think Doc had anything to do with this Wells Fargo job?
No. But Doc's got a lot of friends who are hoodlums. Well, one of them may be involved.
Well, you know what? A man has to be mighty careful when he's dealing with his younger brother. Why don't you just sit there in that chair a spell and think about it?
That should be enough. Now, the important thing is that no one knows. You understand that? Morgan?
And John mentioned a man named Smiley. John thinks he had something to do with the holdup.
Smiley. Smiley Dunlap, pal of Doc's.
But Dunlap isn't a robber.
How did Morgue get involved in this?
Well, Morgue said that Smiley had helped him out of a jam in the Black Hills.
Yeah, that's Smiley Dunlap, all right. Mr. Gibbs! When did they say they were leaving?
Right away. If you hurry, you might stop them.
No, Miss Kate. No, they went after Smiley. Best thing to do is to trail him. Now, Mr. Gibbs, we got to hit the saddle as soon as we can get organized.
How many are we taking?
Well, let's see. Mr. Christie and a special agent are over the Wells Fargo office. Go ask them to join us, would you?
Where'll we be heading?
Well, I think Doc and Morgue have already left. We'll trail them.
Right.
Oh, you will be careful, Wyatt. And don't let Morgue get hurt.
And Miss Kate, I aim to look after Doc, too. You know, I got a hunch that Doc is trying to save Smiley Dunlap. Now, Smiley isn't worth one single bullet, but still it is a Christian effort on the part of Doc.
Christian? John?
Miss Kate, the good Lord's been awful patient with Doc. Now, what the good Lord can do, we can at least make a try at. I'll see you later.
You like it?
Oh, it's fine, boys. I just testing. It's real good liquor.
Ought to be. We heisted from a Santa Fe private car. You didn't tell me what's your business here.
Well, Mr. Morgan and I are looking for Smiley Dunlap.
Last I seen of Smiley, he was riding for the Bar X in the Panhandle.
Bar X?
Yeah.
What do you say, Mr. Morgan?
5,000 is worth the ride, Dr. Holliday. Thanks for the grub. Let's push along.
Now, how could Smiley do you out of 5,000?
Well, not me, Buzz. Him. He's a rich greener from Illinois.
Well, why you in on it?
The dictums of common sense.
Huh?
You see, I get half of whatever we collect. This is real good liquor.
Oh, keep it, Doc, keep it.
Well, thank you, friend. And good hunting.
Thanks.
Yeah, they were here, all right. They're using Dietrich's horses.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Old man Dietrich buys Missouri shoes in Kansas City. Yeah, you see these toe cleats? It's muddy and rough going in Missouri.
Well, they're mud cleats, all right, but that don't prove there's old man Dietrich's horses.
Yeah, about 2 hours gone. shotgun. Take a sniff of that and tell me what you smell.
Faint smell of bourbon whiskey.
Yeah. Doc always tries out the first mouthful of whiskey. He's been Mickey Finn a few times.
That's Doc, all right.
But Wyatt, they have at least a 2-hour headway on us. Why don't we make for the nearest Santa Fe depot and wire the company for new information?
Mr. Christie, you don't know, Doc. It's better on the trail than a bloodhound.
He is a bloodhound. I vote we cut out all this here jabbering and get after him.
Let's move, huh?
None of your business. Why, you...
Is this the Bar X camp?
Yes, sir.
I have one more question. Where is Smiley Dunlap?
Dead, I hope.
You what?
No, Doc, don't shoot. I'm saving your life. Now talk. Yes, sir, but make him put up his gun.
Doc, you talk fast.
Well, Dunlap stole Greg Norton's girl. Norton and his gang come along and put them both and then rode west.
Who's Greg Norton, you know him?
Yeah. He's a no-count hoodlum, and I know every hoodlum west of the Mississippi. Get on your horse. Old man, you better learn to keep a civil tongue in your head.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's Norton's camp.
You think Norton killed Smiley?
I'd bet against it.
Why?
Yeah, he's too cruel. He'd rather punish Smiley Apache fashion. First phase of that punishment was to make him go along in the Wells Fargo job. That made Smiley a criminal.
How many guns does Norton have?
Too many for us. I'll ride down and try to buy Smiley free.
You think Norton will deal?
He might, with me.
What if he gets sore?
Well, I can usually kill 4 men while they're drawing on me. You lay back here and pick some more for the rifle. And we'll both run.
You won't run, Doc. Neither will I.
Well, now, don't be dramatic, son. $500 is generally a lot more persuasive than guns.
Hey, Wyatt, hold up a minute, will you? Wash some of this dirt down. I don't see how that Doc Holliday can travel so far and so fast and be as sick as he is.
Whiskey. He's killing himself with it, Mr. Gibbs. Come on, we're catching up to him. Let's get going.
Man can't even get a drink.
Well, if it ain't Doc Holliday.
I didn't come here to sweet talk with you, Norton. You holding Smiley Dunlap?
I might be.
What do you got against Smiley?
That's personal.
All right. How much would it take to let him go?
Cash money? Oh, I'd say about $1 million.
I'll pay $500.
You're wasting your breath, Doc.
Not nearly as fast as you're wasting yours. How'd you like to run plumb out of breath, real permanent like?
Try to act nice, Doc. We ain't armed. As soon as we seen you coming, I told the boys to take off their gun belts. No way to welcome an old pal being armed.
That's real courteous. You better get your guns.
Oh, no. We could cut you down, but I'd be the first to get it.
That's right.
Grab him.
Turn him loose!
This should not have happened, Morgan. I specifically told you to lay back and pick some of them off, not come galloping in here in a horse.
I lost my head, I guess.
No, cheer up. It could be worse, I always say.
He always says.
How could it be worse, Dunlap?
Oh, we could have been the victims of injustice, Doc. Marge and me, we did try to double-cross Norton. But you come barging in here, shooting up the place, and that young fella killed one man and wounded another.
That make you feel better?
No.
Shoot him. Let's get rid of him. Shoot him.
Boys took a vote, boss. They're in favor of shooting all 4 of them.
Oh, no. That's too easy. We'll take them to the Utah desert and turn them loose without grub or water.
Yeah? When?
When I say so.
Keep low.
That shack down yonder. They got a guard on it.
I reckon, Morgan, Doc, and that shack was Smiley.
Well, we can't rush them. They just got too many guns.
I'll ride to Hayes and bring a posse.
No. Wait until after dark, and then we go in.
You'd try that when your brother's in there?
Morgan and Doc got themselves into this. Mr. Gibbs, man does what he's taken an oath to do. Now listen.
Jim, Eddie, Ryan, Sloper, each one of you take a lead rope. The rest of you ride rear guard. If we run into any trouble, shoot the prisoners first.
They're getting ready to move out over there, White.
They got our people on a string?
No, they got one guard leading each horse.
Good. All right, we'll drop the guards. The horses will stampede, take our people out of it. After it's all over, you, Mr. Christie, and Mr. Sandridge, you gather up the prisoners. I don't want Morgan to know I had anything to do with this.
Right.
Let's move. It's getting dark.
Let's go.
Time off.
Let's go.
Two of you stake out here. Sandridge, get back in there. All right, here they come.
Get off them horse.
Now get down off there. Keep your hand away from that gun.
There you go, Sam. Well, Wyatt, I'm still not admitting that Doc and I couldn't have squirmed out of it some way. But we sure were happy to see Shotgun Gibbs and the Wells Fargo boys. How come you didn't come with them?
Well, I figured that you and Doc could take care of yourselves. You're a big boy now, Morgan.
Thanks, Wyatt. I'll write the folks.
Yeah, you do that. Tell them I send my love, will you? Okay, Sam.
Now, why didn't you tell him the truth?
What, and have him hate me? Well, Morg's my baby brother.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
In a frontier society like Dodge City, the sources of amusement were few, and they were liable to be rough, disreputable, and overcrowded. Most of them could lead to trouble for somebody. And sometimes one of them could lead to trouble for the whole community, and for Wyatt Earp.
Aren't you kind of afraid of getting yourself run over sitting out here in the middle of the street like that?
Howdy, Wyatt. Well, it's cool out here.
Well, you wouldn't be so warm if you'd quit wearing that rug of fringe around.
Thought you'd be at the race this afternoon.
Race?
Yeah, a horse race. Bill Canyon's racing his Blaze Stallion again this afternoon.
Oh, where?
Over across the river, I reckon.
Well, who challenged him this time?
I don't know. Man's a fool, whoever he was.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a horse left that he hadn't beat.
Marshal! Marshal there!
What's the matter, Wendy? Indians just to the other side of the bridge, not 500 yards from town and coming. Wait a minute.
I'm going to the long way.
Well, it's foolish, but I guess we better get out there and take a look.
That's for the buffalo hides. That's for the robes. This is for the horses. Look, we've got a lot more to bet here. That all the horses you got?
That is all.
You can get more. You Indians can always find more horses somewhere. That's for your promise to deliver 20 more horses.
That I cannot promise.
Same value in hides. Marshal, what are you doing down here? Want to watch the race?
Are you the one they call Bullhead? Little Elk's band?
Yes.
How's my friend Little Elk?
He's well.
And my friend, Mr. Cousin?
He's in the south, hunting.
Yeah, I figured he was away, otherwise I would have heard about this. You know you're not supposed to be this close to town, don't you?
He feared to come to us.
Sure. Why should I risk my neck down there in the territory?
So you egged him into crossing the treaty line, huh?
All right, so why not? Now, what harm are they doing? What's wrong with a little horse race?
Well, I'll tell you. Between Cheyenne and white men, there always can be trouble. Anything can start it. Misunderstanding, something little that wouldn't mean much to anybody else.
Well, don't worry about it, Marshal. Ain't gonna be no trouble. There ain't enough of them to start anything.
We'll send them packing just as soon as the race is over.
Why, sure. They'll be glad to get away with their skins.
What if you lose?
We won't lose. My horse can beat anything on 4 feet.
You're real sure of that, huh?
That's right, Marshal. I wouldn't have him if he couldn't. I'm a horse lover, Marshal. But I only love the fastest.
Why, sure. Look what they brung to raise Mill Stallion. That measly little Pinto could... He's not even hardly wake enough to run a race.
We won't lose, Marshal, unless you try to stop the race.
Well, you'd probably just go behind my back anyway. But remember one thing, Mr. Canyon. A bet's a bet, no matter who wins. I'm going to stay right here and see that the winner collects.
Why, thanks, Marshal. You do that. Bullhead, let's finish up our business. For the same amount of hides.
Them Cheyenne sure love to bet. I've heard they even bet their wives and kids sometimes. Look at all them buffalo robes they brought. Horses, too. Sure hate to see them lose it all.
Yeah, maybe they won't. I've heard that little Pinto horse there is right fast.
Canyon don't seem to figure he's risking very much the way he's putting out his gold. He ain't gonna like it none either if he loses.
Would you like to start him, Marshal?
Yeah, I'll start him.
You ready? Cheated somehow.
He didn't cheat. That Pinto horse was the fastest. Like I said, Mr. Canyon, a bet is a bet. Go ahead and take your winnings, Bullhead.
Sure. Take it. It's yours.
Hey, Marshal, you gonna let them savages take our money?
You made a bet, not an investment. If you'd have won, you'd have taken their hides and horses.
All right, the race is over. Going back to town.
Take him back to the stables.
Maybe this'll teach you, Mr. Canyon. There's never a sure thing.
Maybe you're right, Marshal.
There's always a faster horse somewhere and a luckier man.
That's quite some Pinto you got there. Sure fooled me. What do you want for him?
I do not want to sell.
Oh, come now, I'll pay you a good price.
Why do you want my horse? Yours is almost as fast. We will not race again.
I want to know that I've got the fastest, that there's not another horse can beat him anywhere.
Except for mine.
That's just it, except for yours. Bullhead, I want that horse.
No.
I'll pay you 200 in gold.
I do not need your gold.
What do you care anyway? Just a horse to you, something for you to ride till he drops.
He's good for the hunt.
Wait. Look around. I'm going to have that horse one way or another, Bullhead. Now, you tell him to cut him out of the herd and leave him here. I'll pull this trigger.
You would be a dead man.
At the first sound of a shot, the marshal and all the others will be back here mighty quick. Besides, you'll be dead first.
You want my horse that bad?
I do.
Then shoot.
Stay back or I'll kill you. No, no!
Scared to go after him, we'll get up our own posse and go down and clean him out, right?
Right.
All right. They probably ain't very far off. They don't figure no man's got the nerve to go on down after him, so we can catch him easy. Revenge poor old Milt. Wipe out every last heathen. Well, what do you say? Who's with me now? Well, come on!
Where do you think you're going, Walters?
If you won't do your job, Marshal, then we're going to have to do it for you.
Right. Did it ever occur to you, Mr. Walters, that there might be two sides to this?
You gonna take the side of a savage against Milt? You gonna try to save him from what's coming to him?
I'm gonna see that he stands trial, that's all. That's my job.
Then why don't you do it? You let him ride right away from you. Didn't even give him a chase.
That's right. You sure didn't.
Mr. Walters, you saw what their horses were like. Besides, it's not gonna be too difficult to find Little Elk's band.
What about Bullhead? Give him a little time, he'll disappear. But we don't figure to let that happen.
Well, neither do I. I'm going out there right now. But I'm going alone, Mr. Walters. You understand that?
Maybe we don't figure to wait on you, Marshal.
You'll wait. Now, any man that comes out of this saloon after me is going to go to jail.
And I'll see to it.
One sound, white man. You die. Bioko! Bioko! Go. Follow go. Okay.
How many others are with you?
I came alone.
I am to believe that?
It is true, Little Elk. Your guards can watch. You do not remember me?
I remember.
Then you know that we are friends.
A white man is dead. Is that not why you are here?
Yes. I came for Bullhead.
As I thought.
He must go back. It is the law that I must enforce.
I might trust you, my friend, but I do not trust the others.
Little Elk, you must learn to trust the white man's law, because your people will have to live under this law. You can trust it to be fair.
Can you promise that it will return Bullhead to his people without harm?
No, I cannot promise that, because he will not return if he is judged to have killed without cause.
I have judged him and found him without blame. It is enough.
No, it is not enough. If he does not go back, the white men will say that he is guilty, and he will be hunted and punished. He must go back.
Even if he wished it, he could not go. He is near death.
Death? How?
From the white man's bullet.
May I see him?
But your coat. Bullet, do not fear, my brother.
I want to see your wound. In the back. That bullet will have to come out.
Nikita!
Trust me. I do not want you to die. You'll feel better now.
Thank you.
In a few days, you'll be well enough to travel. Then we'll head for Dodge.
No. Why then do you save him? If only to take him back to die? That is cruelty.
To Count Coup. To win him much honor. So that he can speak of his bravery around the council fires at night. Kill him, little elk. I ask it because I cannot.
No, I will not kill him. But I will send him away.
Bullhead must come back to Dodge with me.
I have told you, he is without blame.
And I have promised that he would be judged fairly.
And that he would be returned to his people.
I told you I cannot promise that. But I will do everything I can to make it so.
Bullhead is free now. Why should that be changed? You will return without him.
All right. But I warn you, if he does not come back to Dodge to answer to the law, they will send soldiers. You know what will happen then?
We are not afraid of soldiers. We can fight.
Must your whole tribe suffer for one man?
If that must be. For he is without blame. Go.
I will leave. But I will tell my people that Bullhead will come to Dodge when he's well enough to travel. Until the sun is high, 4 days from now. Farewell.
Well, Marshal Earp, it's past noon. Where is he?
Yeah, where is he, Marshal?
You know that Indians don't carry watches.
What kind of a fool are you anyway, expecting a savage to give himself up?
Mr. Walters, I guess I was hoping more than expecting.
I don't think you expecting at all. Because I don't think you went to that Cheyenne camp. So we'll have to go after Bullhead. And if because of all this wasted time he's given us the slip, we'll be back to talk to you, Earp.
You're talking to me right now, Mr. Walters. I'm going to tell you all the same thing I told you before. Any man that goes into that Indian territory is going to go to jail.
You can't put the whole town in jail.
Oh, you bet you can, Marshal.
I'm warning you, Walters.
Well, save your breath. If you want to know what I think, Marshal, I think you're a coward. I think you're afraid to go in there after Bullhead.
What? What?
It's Bullhead. Little Elk. Put down those guns. Put him down!
Little Elk.
My brother has come so that all may know the truth, and so that his tribe need not suffer for him. You will remember your promise, white man?
He will be judged fairly. I will see to it.
It will be well if you do, or if you do not.
Look at there. Mountains are covered with Indians.
They brought the whole tribe.
Oh, go now.
Follow me. Those the boys you brought to back up your story?
They can say I speak the truth.
All right, inside.
The jail?
That's right. We'll be safe until the hearing this afternoon.
Herb and all his Indians.
Here they come.
Yeah.
I have someone like it.
Why, you with you, lover.
Squaw man! Indian
You too, Shotgun. You're just another Indian.
Hey, where you think you're going?
I got a right to go in there. He was my friend.
All right, let him in. Rest of you stay outside.
What's the matter with us?
Stay out.
Come on now. Why can't we go in?
And then he said he would shoot me, that I would be dead before my friends could help me. I turned to my horse, and that is when he shot me. He was going to shoot me again, but I knocked the gun away and leaped upon him and drove the knife into him. And that is all. I did not want to kill him, but I'm not sorry.
Do you actually believe a cock and bull story like that?
Mr. Walters, I must remind you, this is a court of law. Besides, the story is plausible. We all know that Canyon was crazy about his racehorses, that he had to have only the fastest.
Besides, what possible motive did he have? He'd already won most of Mr. Canyon's money.
Since when does a savage need a motive for killing? They've been spreading blood across this West for a generation.
Mr. Walters, we cannot allow past events to prejudice us. We are here only to consider the killing of Milt Canyon, nothing more.
Well, there's not an ounce of proof for his story.
But there is, Your Honor.
Can you explain that, Marshal Earp?
The proof is in Bullhead's back. Stand up, Bullhead. Turn around. Lift up your shirt. You see that wound? Bullhead was shot in the back. That proves he had to be attacked first. He was shot in the back as he tried to get on his horse.
How do you know that's a bullet wound in his back?
Because I took the bullet out. And there's proof, Your Honor.
Well, seems there's nothing more to say. The court calls it justifiable homicide. Case dismissed.
Mr. Wallace, starting Indian trouble means trouble for everybody.
All right, make an aisle through there. Shotgun taking one of their horses. Break it up.
Get out of the way.
All right, Marshal, what's the verdict?
Justifiable homicide. Case dismissed.
That's what we was afraid of. If Judge Tobin is scared of them Cheyennes, we ain't. We aim to see justice done.
Oh, you do you? Well, Bullhead killed Canyon in self-defense. Ask Walters. Go on, ask him if it isn't true.
Walt, is it?
Yeah, it's true.
Thanks, Mr. Walters.
Wendell.
You tell Little Elk that after this, he should trust the white man's law.
Wendell.
Look at you. Aye.
I hope the day will come when they always can.
hope so.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The persistent dream of Wyatt Earp's life was to own a cattle spread and find peace far from a marshal's job in the tough towns of the frontier. Now that Dodge City was changing to a county seat where townsmen and sodbusters wanted no more of the rip-snorting past, Marshal Earp was ready to move on to a ranch of his own. But he hadn't been able to save much money, and the intervention of Dr. John H. Holliday seemed to be almost providential.
You gentlemen at Dodge forgotten how to play poker? Let's ante up. Nosy?
I'm down to this. What's it worth?
Well, what is it?
First deed of trust on the KC Ranch in Colorado. I loaned the owner $3,000. He's in default.
I'm sorry, Nosy. I'm not interested in ranches.
Doc, I'll let you have it for $500.
I said not interested.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Hello, Deacon.
I'll take half that paper for cash, if you'll go partners.
Wyatt, who wants a ranch in Colorado?
I do.
Come on, Doc. This is a poker game.
All right, Nosy, I guess we'll take it. But this had better be a genuine first deed of trust. If it is not, the second deed will foreclose on your body. And whatever happens to be left of your soul. Deacon, you are an absolute jinx. All I won was about $800 and a mortgage on a flea-bitten ranch in Colorado.
That'll do us for a start.
What?
Yeah, with my savings, we can buy ourselves a few head of cattle. The place has probably been abandoned.
Wyatt, are you serious? You mean you'd quit your job here?
I've always wanted to have a cattle spread. I can take a leave of absence here. Shotgun Gibbs can handle things.
But that ranch is probably not worth a thing. Believe me, I know the country up around the Kansas-Colorado border.
Well, I'm going to take a look. I suggest you come along and protect your interest.
The KC Range. You satisfied now?
Well, I've seen better cattle country.
Let's get started bad.
Not me. You suit yourself.
I swear I don't know why I let you talk me into this.
Yes, you do. You wondered where the nosy cheated us. You didn't believe there was any KC Ranch.
Deacon, will you kindly stop referring to it as a ranch?
The deed said 1,000 acres.
So what? The John Law's dream of peace?
right, that's far enough. Now, who are you? What do you want?
We thought this ranch was abandoned, ma'am.
Well, it ain't. I'm Mrs. Dawson, the owner. Now, what's your business?
Mr. Smith and I hold the first deed on this property, Mrs. Dawson. I'm Mr. Jones.
Deed? Let's see.
Gladly, ma'am. We bought it from Nosy Parling.
That thief? You know the law in Colorado, Mr. Smith?
Just generally, ma'am.
Well, I got a year to redeem this ranch, and that year won't be up until November.
I see.
We're wasting time here, Mr. Smith. It'll take till sundown to reach Stonington.
Yep. Better be on your way.
Where's your husband?
Well, if it's any of your business, he was murdered a couple of months ago. Bushwhacked by cattle thieves. Buried out there in what's left of the garden.
Hold this.
Mrs. Dawson.
I'm sorry about your husband, ma'am. Did they catch the bushwhackers?
No. Everybody's too scared of Brocious and Ringgold.
Curly Brocious and Johnny Ringgold?
Yep, that's right.
What are they doing around here?
They own the spread next door. Use it as a station on the Outlaw Trail. You know him?
Yes, ma'am, I know of them. You alone here?
I got guns, Mr. Smith. I know how to use them. Anyway, my relations are due any day now from Nebraska. So you better take your friend's advice and hit the trail.
Are you sure there was Brocious and Ringgold that killed your husband?
Can't prove it. No use you're worrying about that deed of trust. You'll get your money.
I'm worried about you.
Why?
Well, this is no country for a lady like you to be alone in. Excuse me, I'll have a little talk with Mr. Jones. I have to stay here now. If those men turn out to be Brocious and Ringgold, then I'd have...
A ranch and a good-looking widow woman. You trying to hornswoggle poor old Mr. Jones?
Why do you always have to accuse everybody of having the worst motives?
Well, Deacon, there's nothing wrong with wanting a ranch and a wife. We better camp here for the night. Let's start a fire and break out the bedrolls.
Beans, hardtack, and dried apples. Make you hungry?
Yeah.
Maybe Mrs. Dawson's got some nice fresh milk in the cistern.
Uh-oh.
I made some beef stew, and I thought you might like some fresh milk.
Yes, ma'am. It's mighty kind of you, Mrs. Dawson.
You're welcome. Oh, if you want some water, just get it out of the wagon.
I'll walk you over the house.
How come you didn't leave this afternoon?
Well, my friend was tired.
Oh. That the only reason?
No, ma'am. I don't like Brocious, and I don't like Ringgold. Don't like cattle stealing, murder. Aim to do something about it.
Oh, no, please. They're the most notorious gunfighters in this part of the country. You'd only get yourself killed, too.
Mrs. Dawson, why'd you and your husband ever come out to this part of the country?
Well, it's not so bad. Had a drought the last couple of years, but still good grazing land along the river, across that ridge there.
I'd like to look at the rest of your spread.
Just in case my folks don't turn up with the money.
No, ma'am. I like ranching and I like cattle.
Mr. Smith, are you trying to make friends with me?
Yes.
Guess I'm trying to make friends with you, too, only I didn't want to admit it, even to myself.
Well, you need a good friend, Mrs. Dawson. Mighty brave of you to try and stick it out here alone. Kind of foolhardy, too.
Well, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, breakfast at first light, huh?
Good night, Mrs. Dawson.
Hey, Doc. Doc?
Wyatt, why don't you shut up and let a man get some sleep?
How well do you stand with Roches and Ringgold?
Well, they don't hate me with the same killing hatred they hold for you.
Why don't you ride over there tomorrow? Find out if they bushwhacked this lady's husband.
Oh, Deacon. John and Curly would not ambush a man that could kill in a fair fight.
They might know who did.
Then you ask him.
You know, if they've been stealing cattle, they could be rich. I'd like to bet you in poker they still draw to an inside straight.
Yeah. Now you're making sense.
Well, I got another idea, too. Of course, it's larceny.
Larceny? At last you've established a rapport, as the French would say. Tell me, Deacon, just what is this filthy, illegal scheme?
Well, tomorrow you ride over to the Ringgold Brochus camp, and you take along this deed to the ranch. I'll give you a good reason for being in Colorado.
Well, there she is, the Rio Blanco. And the only good grazing land left from the drought.
Where's your cattle?
Roches and Ringgold stole most of it. Sell the rest to live. Ah, I wish you could see this spread in the rainy season. That land will feed 2,000 head.
I can see why you tried so hard to hang on to it, Miss Nellie.
Couldn't sell it even in a rainy season with cattle thieves right next door.
Maybe I can do something about that.
Oh, no. No, if the county sheriff and his deputies are too scared, why should you risk your life? I know what you're thinking. I need a husband.
Husband? No,
Mr. Smith, you married?
No, ma'am.
You don't need to look so scared. I'm not proposing.
Lots of men do their own asking.
You're the nicest I've seen.
Don't you encourage me.
Well, we could think about it anyway, huh?
You don't know anything about me.
Mr. Smith, I don't care who you are or what you are. So there, now how's that for a brazen hussy?
Stop or I'll shoot.
I wouldn't advise it. Raise that rifle anymore, I'll put a hole through your head.
Johnny! Curly!
I'm Dr. John H. Holliday. You take care of my horse.
Ease off. It's Doc Holliday. What are you doing out here, Doc?
Well, I ain't stealing cattle. Imagine finding you two in this goat pasture. Let's step in out of the sun. Tell your boys to take a walk.
How'd you know we was here?
Oh, some blabbermouth over in Stonington. I forget his name. I have a surprise for you, Curly. I'm now your next-door neighbor. You better have Ringo read it to you.
What's it say, Johnny?
It's a trust deed on that Dawson spread.
I won it from Nosy Parlin in a card game. You boys look kind of poor here. That's surprising. Cattle rustling used to be very profitable. Now, don't tell me that the drought busted you.
We've got competition, Doc.
Huh? Who?
Buff Conrad and his Colorado Stonies. They bushwhacked old man Dawson and blamed it on us.
You boys amuse me. Curly, Brochus, and Johnny Ringo standing for a thing like that?
We can't corner him.
They raid our herds from out of Mexico before we can get them down there.
And they got some marshals in Colorado on this side.
Marshals? Now, that is interesting. Let's get down to business.
What do you mean?
Well, like I told you, I now own Nellie Dawson's spread. You boys moved some cattle over there. Leaked the word to this Buff Conrad that Nellie restocked the place. And when Conrad and his crew try to steal a poor widow's cattle, you be laying for them.
What's in it for you?
There's a word called retribution.
Never mind that. How much for you?
$300. Just my travel expenses.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Good. I suggest we discuss the finer details during a leisurely game of cards.
A ranch? And a what?
A ranch and a lonely widow, Mr. Jones. How'd it go?
Now, how'd you expect? An intelligent scoundrel against two very stupid hoodlums? We're gonna need Nellie, though.
Why?
We better have a little talk.
Mrs. Dawson, that was a most delightful supper.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Now, if you two will excuse me, I'd like to go out on the porch and commune with the stars.
What is this, a conspiracy between you two? Ah, now, it can't be quite that serious.
Miss Nellie, my real name is Wyatt Earp. I'm the Marshal of Dodge City. Mr. Jones is really Dr. Holliday. I sent him to talk to Brocious and Ringgold. They claim they didn't kill your husband. You know Mr. Buff Conrad and his gang? Brocious and Ringgold claim that that's the man we're looking for.
You came here on police business.
No. We came here to look at a cattle ranch that we thought had been abandoned. We had no idea that you lived here or that Brocious and Ringgold lived next door.
And that's the only reason you stayed? 'Cause you're a marshal?
Miss Nellie, I tried not to be. Once a man pins a star on it, there's nothing I want more than a cattle ranch. You're one of the finest women I've ever known.
But the law comes first. Is that the way it's gotta be?
My job's caught up with me. I didn't plan it that way. But I do need your help.
Of course, Wyatt. I want Conrad punished if it's possible. What can I do to help? Howdy, Mr. Regan.
Well, howdy, Mrs. Dawson. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Mr. Regan, here's the money I owe you. And I got a list of supplies that I need here. And I can pay cash.
Did you collect some insurance?
No, my relatives from Nebraska are helping me.
Well, mighty unusual relatives, I'd say.
They paid what I owed and loaned me enough to buy another herd.
Did you buy some more steers?
200 head. Much as I can feed until we get some rain.
Ah, the rain will come.
And this time I wish you much better luck.
Thank you, sir.
Now let's see. Canned goods, oil.
Thank you.
Now, no funny business, Doc. We're moving 200 head to the Widow's Range this afternoon.
I've done my part. Now, you make sure you don't use too many cattle guards. I figure Conrad should hit you sometime between now and sunup tomorrow.
You sure he got the word?
Curly, I happen to be from Georgia. You got any more insulting questions?
I didn't mean it that way. Ringo's on my back and he wants a turkey shoot. You know how Johnny is.
Yeah, I know how you both are. You're lying, thieving skunks. When it comes to murder, I trust you.
I guess it'll have to be done this way, because I haven't got a posse, but I sure don't like it.
Stop your blathering. Curly and Ringgold stole Nellie's cattle, and they're your worst enemies. And Buck Conrad is a no-good bushwhacking killer.
Yeah, I know, and this makes us no better than he is. I don't like bushwhacking. Looks like the relatives from Nebraska.
Oh, it's so good to see you, Johnny. How are you? Oh, I think you look wonderful. How was the trip? Oh, it's so
Well, it's time for you and I to leave. Coward. That's right. I'm camping on the riverbank tonight. You want the whole state of Nebraska around when the shooting starts?
Wyatt, I'm willing to give you my half of the ranch if you'll invite Nellie to a wedding.
Well, when I told her who I was and that I needed her help, she didn't like it. I'm just a tin star doing my job.
That's too bad. Seeing you marry would have appealed to my sadistic sense of humor. Well, look at there. Right on time.
I can't go ahead with this bushwhacking.
Now, hold on, Wyatt.
Go back! It's an ambush!
Wyatt! Kill him, Wyatt! He'll never have a better chance.
No.
This must be Conrad. Correction. It was Conrad.
You're a double-crossing hound, Doc.
Working for her all the time.
Sorry it had to work out this way.
They'd have done worse to you, and a posse would not have made any difference. Curly, would you and Ringo like to call me any more names? It wouldn't have to be very bad names.
We heard the shooting, Wyatt. Are you all right?
Yes, sir. I'm taking these cattle thieves to jail. The man that killed your husband's lying across that horse back there. Now, there are a few wounded men along the riverbank. Maybe some of your men folk could go pick him up. I'll send a doctor over from the railroad.
Wyatt, I wish that...
Miss Nellie, don't you ever marry a John Law. You lost one husband, I'd hate to see you lose another. Doc, give me that paper.
Haven't we been heroes enough?
I said, give me the paper. Here's your deed.
No, thanks, Wyatt. I can pay now. Too bad you're going to keep that star. It sure makes some woman a mighty fine husband.
Thank you, ma'am.
What?
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
All right, let's go look.
All right, throw down that gun. Now, that's right, sensible. All we want is the silver.
Sure you want them fellers to steal that silver?
I'm cheering them on. First stage robbery I've ever approved of.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
When Wells Fargo called on Marshal Ev to put an end to stage robberies on its Charleston to Benson line, the company was putting Wyatt's reputation in peril. During the times when Wyatt rode shotgun for Wells Fargo, no road agent had ever gotten away with a dime of money shipments. But this was Arizona territory, where robbing stages was a highly organized business.
Who is it?
Wyatt Earp, Mr. Thacker.
Anyone see you?
I don't think so. What's all the big mystery about?
Company orders. They're afraid you might turn us down. And if that happened, we'd be in worse shape than we are already. The Sandy Bob stage line won't haul any more silver from Charleston. This report will show you why.
9 robberies in 1 month, huh? Can't say I blame him. $48,000.
Wells Fargo was taking over the shipments.
Well, ought to take care of it.
I'm not so sure. Look at this map. The Tombstone mines haul their ore to the stamping mill here at Charleston, where it's poured into ingots, and then sent by stage 30 miles to Benson, right here. 30 miles. But those hoodlums must camp every mile all along the trail. The Sandy Bob line tried every trick in the book. Decoy stages, boxes loaded with sand, midnight runs with double guards. Nothing worked.
I see.
Dick Gerd and the other mine owners around here are desperate.
Well, my own job is all I can handle, Mr. Thacker. You know that.
We'll be carrying United States mail.
Oh, and I just happen to be a United States Deputy Marshal, huh?
Yes, you somewhat fit into the plot.
Yeah.
San Francisco thinks you still belong to us. Once a Wells Fargo man.
Always a Wells Fargo man, yeah, I know. All right. Can the company wait till morning? I'd like a little sleep.
Well, sure, Wyatt. You can sleep until sunup.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. Be sure and tell Wells Fargo I appreciate it. Fred?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Anybody see it?
Not a soul.
Look, Fred, as an undercover agent for Wells Fargo, you get around the mines quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, I do. What's on your mind, Wyatt?
Well, Mr. Thacker, your Wells Fargo man from Tucson is in town now.
I know him.
Yeah, well, I wish I didn't. He thinks I can stop all the silver holdups. All of them. Be happy to do what I can, but... Look, what can you tell me that won't betray you?
Maybe I can help you. I've been hearing things. Enough to spell out that they're getting help from inside the mill itself.
Yeah, I guessed as much.
Well, you can stop guessing.
Got any ideas, Wyatt? What do you make of it?
How much do those silver bricks weigh?
80 or 100 pounds. This mine at Charleston can run either weight.
A fellow by the name of Dakin runs it?
Yeah, Charlie Dakin. The contention, Lucky Cuss, and Tough Nut mine people all swear by him.
Will he cooperate?
Well, I checked yesterday. No trouble with Dakin.
All right, this is what I'd like to do, if you'll back me up.
You're the boss, Wyatt.
Oh, I suppose it could be done, Marshal. But increasing the bricks to 300 pounds, that'll cost us money.
I think it's a fine idea, Mr. Dakin.
Oh, I see the point. Robbers on horseback couldn't handle 300-pound chunks. I get it. Oh, Sharky, step in here, will you? Bring Mr. Todd with you. Sharky's my foreman. Todd handles the freight. They aren't going to like this. Mr. Sharkey, Mr. Todd, I want you to meet Mr. Thacker of Wells Fargo.
All right.
And Marshal Wyatt Earp.
Howdy. Hi.
They want us to run our silver into 300-pound bricks.
300?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you're joking, boss. Can't be done. We're not equipped to make ingots of that size.
Now, hold on. Let's see if we can't work this out.
It's got to be done, gentlemen.
Let's go and see what we can do about it. Then we brick a trough from the furnace and sea shed. Like this. You see, Sharky?
It's too long a run for hot silver.
He's right, Mr. Dakin.
Well, not if you keep a fire under the trough right here. Move the old steam heater from D's shed.
Well, who's going to pay for all this?
Mr. Earp? You lost $48,000 to road agents last month.
The mine owners will pay. I'll have all this put in an order if you need it, Mr. Dakin.
No, we can reset in a day or two.
Mr. Thacker, that solves your problem. Wish they were all this easy.
Are you sure it'll work?
Of course. Road agents can't carry 300-pound bars on horses, and if they try wagons, the trail will lead you to them.
You haven't let Wells Fargo down yet, Wyatt?
Anytime, Mr. Thacker. Nice to have met you, gentlemen. I gotta get back to Tombstone.
Get right on it, men.
I don't think you'll have any more trouble.
Put it inside, boys. Too big for the boot. Easy now. You two men load at the other door. Easy now.
Sure carry 3 or 4 of these.
No, 2's enough for the first trip. Sign, will you, please? And Jones.
Yes, Mr. Dakin.
If you're jumped by road agents, do exactly as they say. Don't try to put up a fight and get hurt.
That suits me fine.
Pile some buffalo hides or blankets over the boxes.
That's a good idea.
All right, we'll move out first. Shadow the stage from the hill trail. Mr. Gibbs, think you can keep Roscoe quiet?
Why, sure. Roscoe don't do no hollering when I'm on him. He knows better than that.
That's right.
loaded today, Smiley?
We didn't get any word, but it's our turn.
Smiley! Coach coming on the Charleston Trail.
Time to go, I guess.
All right, remember, keep them bandanas over your faces and let me do the talking. We'll take them at Total Wreck Junction.
Here they come. Be careful.
All right, throw down that gun. Now, that's right, sensible. All we want is the silver. Blankets and buffalo hides, huh? Hey, give me a hand. They're really loaded.
Yeah. Oh, easy, easy. Man. Oh.
What in thunder is it? They've boxed a lot of bars together. Hey, you, is the other box as hefty as this one?
Find out for yourself.
You're funny, ain't you? Come on, shove that other box out.
I ain't spring on my back. You put some muscle into it, too,
Go
this
on,
time.
go on.
We could take them hombres red-handed, Wyatt.
Not now, Mr. Gibbs. Let him sweat.
Throw down your axe and crowbar.
We don't carry any.
Oh, we ought to shoot both of you. Light out from here and don't turn back.
My help!
Wells Fargo always pulls some sneaky trick. Splinter the top of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's Wells Fargo for you. They had it cast into one big, heavy brick.
Those filthy rats.
Trying to pull a fast one on us. They knew we couldn't handle anything this big.
What are we gonna do with it, Smiley? Yeah.
Well, we'll sling the boxes with ropes between two horses, and then we... No, that wouldn't give us anything to ride. We'll show Wells Fargo, boys.
How?
We'll tote them boxes into the brush and bury it. Then we'll come back here with cold chisels and hammers.
Yeah, but Smiley, I don't...
You got a better idea?
No?
All right. Somebody went to a lot of trouble over this, so let's get it buried before a posse gets here.
Sure worked this time, Wyatt. Saved the silver.
It hasn't worked just right yet. Relax, we got a lot of time to kill.
Pass that canteen.
We should have had some warning of this. We could have brought cold chisels and hammers.
Don't blame nobody yet, boss. That Wells Fargo's the slickest outfit anywhere.
Shut up and dig.
Yeah.
You know those hoolums are mighty apt to get sunstroke down there?
Burying them boxes very deep, are they?
No. They're aiming to come back soon with cold chisels and hammers.
Then we jump them?
All depends, Mr. Thacker. There's more in on this deal than just those three.
All right, out of there.
Ain't no sign of a posse yet.
Yeah, they'll be coming. I figure we got about an hour. I'll get the tools and meet you at the shack. Ride 'em. I want to see horsetails hanging in the wind.
Here. Yeah.
Aren't those two men from the mill?
It's too far away to tell, but I'd bet on it.
This is where Smiley jumped the stage.
Think Smiley left the boxes, Pat?
Well, he couldn't carry them. He either gave up or he's gone back for tools. Anyway, we haven't got much time.
Sharky, looks like Smiley toted the boxes off this way.
Aye, he must have buried them.
In cahoots with them road agents?
Somebody at the mill has been passing out information. And I didn't think they'd pass up the chance at the real haul instead of their little cut.
Let's nab them.
Not yet, Mr. Thacker. Let's wait and see what they're going to do.
Give me a hand.
Where are we going with it?
Up the hill trail into the brush.
Why don't we just take it back for the reward?
500 instead of 6 or 8,000. Grab hold of that
But
box.
Smiley will get back.
Shut up. Lift.
Shouldn't we move in closer, Wyatt?
No, sir. They'll probably head for that clump of brush yonder. We'll walk our horses behind the ridge.
What if they just keep on a-going?
Mr. Gibbs, hasn't Dr. Holliday ever explained to you the philosophy of human greed? They should keep on going. They won't. They'll stop and try to break up that silver. Their fingers are itching right now. Head out. Single file, Mr. Thacker. Slow and easy.
Slow down, you'll bust something.
You let Smiley catch up with us? Sure. Get up! Get up!
Don't you think we ought to take a look from the ridge over yonder?
Just be patient, Mr. Gibbs.
I told you we'd bust something.
The axle. We'll have to cut up the bars here and load them on the horses.
But if Smiley gets back...
Never mind that. Grab the chisels and hammers. It won't take 10 minutes to load these on the horses.
We've been hoisted, look. Of all the skunky, no good.
Hold it a minute, Smiley. Take a look.
It ain't no use. Robbing stages is rough enough without this.
Team and spring wagon made off up the hill. 2 men.
Todd and Sharkey.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny they didn't tip us off about those bars. I'll bet this is why. If they've double-crossed us. Come on.
Look, Sharky, we got enough. Let's get out of here.
Don't be a fool. There's still a whole brick.
Now, 1 brick safe is better than 2 bricks with Smiley after us.
I say we take it all. You say different?
But he'll kill us.
He hasn't caught us yet. Quit your crybabying. They've done already cut up on them silver blocks.
Yeah, they should have been satisfied with that. Take a look yonder.
Just like sitting ducks. Let's jump.
It'll be easier when they get together.
Shh. I hear something. I'm getting out of here.
Go ahead, but leave the silver to me.
I'll take this sack.
Drop it! You get nothing. Give it to him. Double-dealing skunk! Have a little luck. I gotta get hit.
You ain't hurt bad. Besides, they chopped up half the silver for us.
Half? Get busy on that other half.
Yeah.
That's Somalia.
Take the guns.
Wyatt, it was Todd and Sharkey.
They're both dead.
I was afraid of that.
Well, we got 3 of the robbers. Let's get on to Tucson. The case is closed.
I'm afraid it isn't, Mr. Thacker.
How's that?
I think we'll find the answer in Tombstone. I want you to be there. Come on, let's get him on the horses. Mr. Gibbs, you go get him.
Get on your feet, boy.
We got the robbers, Wyatt. We got the insiders at the mill. What are we hanging around here for? I've got to write my report.
Oh, this is a big operation. More than Smiley and his boys are involved. Too many hold-ups too often.
You think the others are just going to come in here and surrender?
No, sir. But I think those other hoolens are going to be pretty sore about the trick played on Smiley. That's just a hunch, but...
Marshal Earp!
Charlie Dakin.
Lock me up. Lock me up. They're going to kill me.
What do they want to kill you for?
Plenty, but lock me up first. I'm not safe even in here.
I'll lock you up after you tell me who wants to kill you and why.
I don't get it. What made you so sure that Dakin was the boss tipster?
Oh, he had to be the one. The man in charge of everything. You know the idea of increasing those bricks to the size of 300 pounds?
Yeah?
Well, it's a simple plan. Dakin had really been on the level with the mine owners. He would have used it before I did.
You know, Wyatt, Wells Fargo should give you a gold watch.
Well, I already have a watch. You tell Wells Fargo I know what time it is. But now it's time I got back to my job in Tombstone.
Well, he cleaned
up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম, আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
hai trăm láp win perfect hai lần giống em chợ sự nhà cái chứ cho ngay có tài không 210 láp 42 tỷ 2 triệu một lần có chờ nhầm ôi không còn 100 để bớt 6 15 cái lại sửa bên chỉ linh ấy bay một chỉ linh điên chương 8 này làm chi một cây đai máu nữa sử dụng làm cái giáp máu à đây hả một bên anh không muốn như em nghĩ phải đấy nhưng mà xếp sai bên khác xếp bên là thắng đấy chỉ cần đúng được 2 bạn nữa chuẩn bị cái này 33 triệu start rồi tiền cái chứ ngon vừa lên 8 đất và 8 đủ gì có ra xét này không muốn đâu bên này chọn hơn đấy Sinh ra rồi. Ngon này. Tôi sắp tiền lên 30 tiền nữa nhanh không? Các bạn vấn đề. Các bạn xong giao chim lời đủ tiền. Còn cái nhảy đá gì đó ghê. Sao được mình? Nó lại quay nhiều lên ngoài mắt. Ngoài anh là thầm trong mắt rồi, có nguy không? Anh em tôi. Đấy là cái nguy sao? Phải lắm mắt người ta sao? Người xuống. Và lắp con sinh ra và xong là năm 7 mình. Sinh viên thì rất cả đời. Còn bà sinh viên cũng xanh rồi. Quỷ à? Mất thua. Thì ai cái đánh hay đấy.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আরেক।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খুঁজে।
বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Dương ơi, ra xem quanh người. Trong người đá gì này. Nhớ hiểu. Chỉ cần phút đi rồi. Nó cái đéo gì? Ui. À, chị ba dạ. Nghỉ đi em, anh chưa nghỉ được lâu rồi. Nhanh đi, nhanh đi. Nhanh đi một lùi. À, cảnh vệ đầu sĩ thực sự một bản hắc ám quá là thì sao tất cả trận đấu ấy, 7 trận đấu xong vừa đấu ạ. Đây này, đây 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 này, đây này, đây đây này, hết rồi, đây này, đây đây chất lỡ đéo gì. À, có Soka sự binh binh gì nhỉ? Soka thay cho Roblox quay được rồi. Trong game này cây token dùng như Roblox quay, không có game này thôi. Nhưng mà đắt điên, mấy đồ gọi là đắt điên, tại vì mình kiếm được tiền này, mình kiếm được. Bây giờ máu bố, đấy, rồi ôi đấm con CV2 như lợn. Trời ơi, Tuấn silent cheat mình rồi. Bố xong đấu à? Bố xong đấu à? Xong. Để rút đi để con này chết này. Được, lui rồi. đi dán cá lên xong lên nhỉ, nếu không là nếu gì ăn quần tối ăn sườn là ít đấy. Lúc trưa ngồi bóc cả một túi lạc báo chua nhưng mà bóc một tí các cái rang mùi đống lên. Tiếp bạn khỏe đấy, bạn khỏe đét mà. Rồi rồi, bao nhiêu tiếng rồi? Anh chắc là hơn 20, tầm 25 gì đấy. Quỷ đấy. 2 ngày. 2 ngày, 2 ngày. 2 ngày, 2 ngày. 2 ngày. 2 ngày, 2 ngày. Ê, đéo dồn được cái đéo rồi này. Đây, cái tay mà. Đéo có đồ. Lắp đồ công không? Đồ công đi. À, lắp đồ tanh đi. Rồi xong. Đỉnh. Con này nó bút chồi. Đồng đấy, bút to đấy. To điết mà. Điên, to điên. Buồn lắm em ơi. Ai bây giờ em vào xem kêu quên livestream nhưng mà xem livestream xong bị lag quá anh đéo xem lag cái OBS gì mà OBS đéo hiện cái xem trước lên kệ thì tiếp xem lại xong. Tướng 2 và 2 sao à? Dấu được. Còn kia này, ở kia này. Còn kia này. Đây kiếm quyền lắc 2. Còn không. Còn không, dấu bọn. Đúng rồi, đột tay nó lắp phụ tôi đánh của bố. Xin tính xong. Anh quay bao lâu rồi? Quay được 7 phút nữa để vừa định nha. Broccoli. Yes. Sao lại chết mình thế rồi? Ác quỷ phi phai, sống dai thành huyền thoại. Chi buông núp. Mua nhọt à? Chitana này. Cái này vứt hàng đi. Rồi, ngon. Chitana, Chatanit. Đây à? Vào đây. Được. Đến không? Ủa đến luôn mở nguyên sàn à? Này, cái quanh cái đá này phải hỗ trợ nguyên sàn đấy. Chôn lúa. Đầu ca. 5 phút nữa làm có thể gục nót. Thì quật rồi, đây rồi. 5 đồng nữa làm qua đồng 30 5 đồng nữa mà vẫn có 18 đồng một chút. Người pet không? À rồi, mảnh đét. Xong đấu dài hơi mở. Và lại đi. Hai đâu? Đừng bạc. 7k game. Xếp bài quý này, xếp bài tam giác. Tam giác là tác sang, tác là đánh sang. Đá đánh lắp full đồ rồi. Sorry nhé. Đi xin. Đó là ngon. Một tổ đi xin này. Một tổ đi xin, một tổ nguyên rồi. Xong. Ta đi xin nó không? 2% ta đi xin nó không? Nhảy. Nhảy ra đi xin cho bố. Xin đào áo. Trên. Có đi bia. Soraka. Vienna. Chết rồi. Đây cũng được rồi, lắp đây đi. Ở trên này đây đi. Rồi. Mua vé số tông cả ký. Chân mai xịt phẩm bên ý. Hoàng giờ hút không thể cúc. Cái này nhảy, cái này kia. Dẫn cái tay ra ở trong 3k đánh. Sơ block lùi 5700 007. Không rồi, bị giật máy view, bị giật điết. Đánh đéo này. Đéo sao đánh bên nhà, chú à. Chết, đéo dân na rồi, dân na ra. Chết cuối giật.
Tao mũi nhỉ? What the hell? Chuồn ra. Cút hết. Có lẽ nào anh vội quên đi, và có lẽ nào 500 củ ấy 614 củ à? Thế mình kiếm 100 củ nữa, sự là có nổi không? Ôi à, không được, anh đã ấn vội rồi. Có lẽ 62 triệu rồi. 62 triệu rồi. Cũng một lần quay được gần 100 củ ấy. 100 củ không? Mình quay được 400 lap mà, được 400 lap phải được 100 củ ấy. Lớp vùng nào Vương miện định mệnh. Rồi xong, biết đánh mày gì rồi? Đánh mày gì rồi, biết đánh mày gì rồi? Tôi nhặt bài này. Có lẽ nào em vội quên đi, và có lẽ nào quên đi, có lẽ nào anh trong tâm trí em. Ôi gà cho cái này à? Là vậy rồi. Xong, đi. Vua tối ưu Aria. Bán này. Mèo 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 phải đét. Xong. Đẹp. 598 củ chưa đủ, chưa phải là tất cả. Mấy thằng ấy ra quát pet ở cái map 2 này sử có đéo này. Trốn. Cái pet này yếu như lợn. Anh khinh. Yes, khinh. Beat ITCS. Big. Ai à, Torres. Xì. Đây là sao Torres? Xì. Ra Torres rồi, xì. Cheesy guy. Cheesy guy. Cút. Cút. Cheesy có thể viết à? Chưa. Ok. Lần nào cũng phải lắp cái danh nga xoa. Big I see Basi kia. Ủa? Xuân bố. Hiếu béo đang playing Space War. Cái gì vậy? Ui dồi, nháy phát 2 lần. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không vậy chấm? Chuẩn đét cho thôi. Chuẩn và đét.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে, মিশে অল্পে অল্পে, আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল, যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পাই স্বপ্নের নাই, আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংসগুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে। ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।